is the wolf of man. This sentence is from the English philosopher Thomas Hobbes, which has been widely used in recent times. What Hobbes meant with this sentence is that the reason for all human problems comes from man himself. His habits and companions can stimulate the emergence of obstacles in his life. If you are very worried about everything, see problems in every direction you look, have difficulty relating to people, and are always running away from something, waiting for the next moment, then this video was made just for you. If all this happens to you, you are being your own wolf, living in an unbalanced way that even affects your biology. The situations mentioned above may be signs that you have emotional imbalance. Anxiety is probably affecting you, but don't worry, you are not the only one who suffers from this problem. Probably most of the people who live with you also have this type of behavior. In this video, we will talk very clearly about some topics related to this theme. Here, you will better understand what anxiety is and how to overcome this feeling that affects your life. Don't forget to leave your like and comment to mark your presence, and also subscribe to the channel if you are just getting to know it now. We live in a culture that doesn't take mental problems seriously, and many of them are treated with a certain stigma and prejudice that, in its essence, is very harmful. Many uninformed people believe that disorders such as anxiety and depression are a whim or a lack of God. This is a very prejudiced and impractical view. Anxiety is a health problem that must be treated very seriously. There are two types of anxiety, normal anxiety and anxiety that can cause problems. Our normal anxiety is the one we feel in new situations, often related to our instinct of self-protection caused by fear. The other type of anxiety is the one that can generate some problems. It arises when these negative feelings exceed the limits supported by the human body. When anxiety makes day-to-day life more difficult, it is characterized as a health problem. Anxiety is a response of the human body to uncertainties and fear. The cause of anxiety is still a mystery to psychology, but there are situations that we can associate with the presence of this feeling. My guess is that the acceleration of the world or the job market is much faster than our own internal pace, and when we experience this feeling of doing something quickly without resting enough, that is anxiety. Depending on each person's biological basis, anxiety can manifest itself in different ways. Overall, the degree of anxiety will depend on how much a person stimulates these feelings. There are various types of anxiety, such as obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, generalized anxiety disorder, social phobia, among others, each with different forms of manifestation. And now that we understand better what anxiety is and how it works, let's start some reflections so that you can take control of this feeling. If you have anxiety attacks, it is essential to seek help from a professional. However, there are points in your life that should be reflected upon so that you can take control of these feelings. For this, let's go back to that Robson quote mentioned at the beginning of the video, "Man is a wolf to man." This quote can explain many human problems, and especially anxiety. Human beings live a life full of haste, going through stressful situations every day, accepting what is proposed and not fighting for their dreams, or even the fight for dreams can trigger anxiety. And modern man lives in a hurry, doing all his activities at maximum speed. As a popular saying goes, haste makes waste. To avoid wasting time, man continues to act quickly but becomes frustrated with the final results as various errors arise. And these daily mistakes prevent a man from having a peaceful life. Even knowing that doing things in a hurry can generate problems, he prefers to continue acting this way, filling his mind with worries. As we see at the beginning of this video, anxiety can make you afraid all the time. And often they are simple situations in your daily life, such as the fear of making mistakes, the fear of talking to someone, or simply asserting yourself in a situation. American writer Napoleon Hill, observing the problems existing among men and how they prevent them from achieving success and living in peace, wrote many books about personal achievement. And in one of his books, Napoleon said a very important phrase, "The strongest person is the one who exercises the most control over themselves." We are not stronger because of the acts we do in our daily lives, and these acts largely define who we are. When we feed stress, when we do what we don't like or don't want, when we live too fast, fear of making mistakes and unhappiness arise, and as a consequence, fear arises, which slowly eats away at you and destroys you, just like a small moth is capable of corrupting an entire piece of clothing slowly until there is nothing left. That's also how these small daily problems and fears are. To overcome anxiety, one must seek peace. Peace, in turn, only exists when you get rid of what you don't want in your life. Start by acting calmly. Start by organizing your life. When you leave everything you need to do organized, everything becomes clearer in your mind. If anxiety is related to the fear of something going wrong, organizing your routine can eliminate worry about the future. How to do it? Make schedules, use the agenda to make important notes, and become aware of the obstacles that may arise throughout your day. Self-knowledge, the famous phrase of Socrates, "Know thyself," can be the solution for anxiety in some aspects. The more you look at yourself, the easier it will be to understand how you react to everything around you. Try to understand your thoughts and realize which ones are real and which are the fruit of worry. Be suspicious of negative thoughts, talk to yourself, and be aware of what is in your mind that is not real, as the mind can lie. Invest your time in personal development. This can help you realize what is wrong, what can be improved. Have healthier habits. In today's world, people live as if they were machines, work all day, eat poorly, sleep little or almost nothing. The machine, in turn, when used excessively, will malfunction. Seek to do everything that separates you from being a machine. Practice exercises, meditate, and have a healthy and balanced diet, not only to be more productive, but to have health and quality in your life. After all, as Napoleon Hill would say, loving food is a way of becoming alienated. It's also important to have a good night's sleep to replenish our energy. Rest is crucial for health. A man never puts his rest in second place. Value the things around you, focus on the present time. Don't stop thinking about ambitions for the future, but understand that the only certainty you have is now. Stay close to positive people who can inspire you in some way. Avoid being in places with people who only complain, are toxic, unhappy, or sad. If it's not possible to stay away from negative people, don't waste your energy paying attention to them. Stay away from those who lead you down a path. Pay attention to your physiology. They say that the body responds as much as the mind. Follow the body.